we go into that, I wanted to dedicate 3 minutes. Quick question I want to ask Russ before we get into the dialogue. Russ, I recently saw an article about California, specifically San Quentin, trying to be adopted into the model of a Norwegian system. I know we don't have a lot of time on this, and maybe one day we could devote a show on this, but could you give me a quick 3 minutes about what your thoughts on that is?
Yes, of course. You know, there are a lot of people in this world who manage to do bad things by wanting to do good things. I think, it's my opinion, that this is indeed the case. That does not mean that in my mind, or I don't think it should be in anyone else's mind, that the need for rehabilitation aspects is obviated or not necessary. I think that that's an important component to have in there. When we start to look at what other countries are doing, what other countries have done, and we just say, "Hey, yeah, look at the success they're having," I think we have to back off from that. I don't think that we can just automatically assume that they're having success. A lot of these, those countries over in that section of the world, aren't necessarily as upfront as they should be as about exactly what's going on. Some of their more hardcore type prisoners, inmates, criminals are being farmed out to other countries because they can't deal with them. And so I think that, the whole idea, there isn't the level of free speech that we have here with regards to journalism, journalists, or the way journalists used to act, where they used to dig into things. And so I don't think that you could just say, "Hey, they have something that works," and then here, we're just assuming that it's going to work across the board. We have unique issues here. We have a unique population, and we have a bigger population that has a lot more issues like drug abuse and mental disease and gangs and things like that. And you just can't plug it in and say it's going to work. I think that's just, a really bad idea to think that. I know that if I were to take, my level 1 and 2 inmates and plug them in over there, that they would break that system in 2 weeks. I think that if I took my level 3 and 4s from the California system and plugged them in over there, that they'd break the system in about a day and a half tops. That is my own assessment. That assessment is born of, someone who's, been in the system for more than 30 years now, though. And the do-good mindset, you can look at it from a lot of different perspectives. When we look at a different aspect of that, where some people used to be really enthused about, what, man, socialism and communism is the way to go, and then you say, "Hey, what about all these other countries that tried it and failed?" And they go, "Yeah, but we haven't tried it yet." I think there's a lesson to be learned there. Just being so, full of hubris that you think that just because you haven't tried your particular brand of it is not the way that we want to go. I wish that they would put the brakes on it and ask for some, other experts to chime in, maybe a guy like Leonard Sipes or somebody like that. I'd give them my 2 cents worth, not that they would care. But I think that, the idea that they're suddenly going to be met with, great success, it's just not going to be the case. I hope I'm proven wrong, but it seems unlikely. Anyway, I think I took more than 3 minutes, but.
Yeah, when I saw it, I wanted to get your input on it. I mean, again, I'll keep my perspective short. I think we have a different type of inmate, and I think that people believe that when you offer something, inmates are so willing to take it. Now, granted, this would be seen as something more rewarding, but that doesn't mean it's the right thing. Our system, for me, works better when you're able to take things away to motivate proper behavior and not provide and keep on providing, because then people take advantage of it. So I'm used to a system that is monitored through loss versus gain. That's the system. We take away what you're used to, and if you do the right thing, you get the stuff back. I don't believe in constant rewarding, behavior that really, I'm sorry, where's the level of accountability? And we're going to discuss a little bit of accountability today.